Thanks for tuning into the Pre-Patch Podcast. Check out these patch notes.
It is the Nintendo Direct that happened over like yesterday, right? I think didn't it just showed up yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yesterday
It
or
was
the day
on
before.
the 18th was the Nintendo Direct, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So they announced quite a bit. We're getting this from Tech Raptor. By the way, actually, I want to see if this shows up a little bit better. I like this one a little bit better, so you guys can get a little bit bigger view. So they announced quite a bit of stuff. Was there anything in here that you guys saw that were like really excited about?
All of it.
All of it? Yeah, really?
I
was-
thought it was a really good showcase.
Yeah, so did I.
I was extremely impressed with it. Let me get the direct.
I thought Mio, and I think you'll be really interested in Mio. Listen, I thought Mio Memories in Orbit looked really fucking good.
Yeah. But
it's very Ari style, or not Ari. Yeah, Ari. Very
like
interesting.
Ori, yeah.
Yeah, Ori. That was it. Yeah, like very Ori-esque. Very. I liked the art style. I liked the character. I don't think we saw any gameplay, if I'm not mistaken, but like the general aesthetics and like the overall feel to the game looked really cool. To me, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, so a lot of the internet is happy with a lot of stuff. Like I saw, like again, they announced a new Mario game. We got, Marvel vs. Capcom, classic,
I think we got a new Zelda game too, didn't we?
New Zelda game.
We got a new Zelda game coming out.
New Metroid Prime 4, right?
Yeah, Metroid Prime 4.
Yep, we got that.
Which has been years. It's wild that Metroid Prime 4 came out before Silk Song.
Yeah. Well, that's there you go. That's what I wanted to say. Where the internet is a little bit more abuzz right now is we didn't get anything on Silk Song. It's been a hot minute since Silk Song. And I almost kind of like, dude, this game here, like, you're right. I would love to play this game.
Gameplay. We did get gameplay. I forgot about that, yeah.
But seeing this, I'm like, motherfucker, like, I am also waiting for Hollow Knight Silk Song. And I'm like, this is a slap in the face, bro. Like, I'm sure, don't get me wrong, I'm sure Mio, Memories in Orbit is a great fucking game, but this feels and looks a lot like what I want Silk Song. Like, just give me Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Oh, I think isn't it? It's two different. It's two different developers, right?
It is.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying
it heavily resembles.
It looks a
lot.
Like,
yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
But yeah, the new Zelda game, Zelda's going to be your lead in this one, which is nifty. Right. And it's
hot take, man.
It's a weird one, man.
Yeah, I was about to say I really didn't like the Zelda, the way the direction they took it, man.
I
am not a fan. I am not a fan, and maybe it's just that we didn't get a lot from it. I don't think we got any gameplay, did we? No, we did get a little bit of gameplay. Yeah.
We got a lot of gameplay, man. Actually. It's interesting. So they're taking what was the remake that they did recently?
Wind Waker?
No, it was the top-down remake.
Remember. Yeah.
But they took that and they're basically asset flipping.
Four Swords?
But they're asset flipping the stuff from that game into a new game in the same format. And it's got like
Echoes of Wisdom. Was that
is what the new game is? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's taking like elements of like it's a lot of puzzle solving from the looks of it, because she's got this staff that she can make replicas of things, right? And that is both inanimate objects and creatures. It doesn't look like she can attack herself. Like, she can actually do like attacking on her own. So it's a bunch of puzzle solving, finding like the proper things that you need to replicate to be able to circumvent the level and stuff. Because I saw like them like stacking tables on top of each other to climb up a hillside and whatnot. And then it's also got like almost a monster hunt, like monster collector style gameplay loop with it, where you're copying enemy creatures and then creating new ones to have them go fight enemies for you and stuff. It's a really interesting concept.
Is it like a Pokemon-esque style, or is it?
No,
or is it more like
you summon it and it goes and does its thing.
It just does its own thing. Okay.
Yeah. So it's definitely a more simplified. This isn't going to be like your Tears of the Kingdom. This isn't going to be like that. But if you're a fan of top-down Zeldas, they've always been very puzzle heavy. I think this is really going to lean into that puzzle heavy aspect of it, and I think there's a niche for that people are really gonna dig this one. This kind of with like, I think this is like the sister game almost to that Princess Peach game that they put out not too long ago. It feels very in a similar vein, but like in its own like Zelda way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not just
Yeah.
because they're
Is
female
there any
characters or the
combat in
leads.
this? Like, do we
Yeah,
have combat?
there is combat. Just, I don't think, like I said, I don't think she attacks, but you summon enemies to fight in your stead. They're about to show that here. So this is why
Throw a
you.
rock at somebody.
Oh yeah, you can throw rocks. I guess there is combat in a way.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
And I'm
she
sure
like
that'll
summons
expand.
she like summons those goblin dudes or whatever they are, and
Yep,
they
there you
attack
go.
for her.
So
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not.
It doesn't
feeling this.
like it reminds me more of like a Mario game than a Zelda game, if I'm being completely real. Like it looks more like a Mario game to me than a Zelda game, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, I suppose.
no, I think it's gonna have a niche player base. Like I said, this isn't gonna be your next.
100%.
This
This
isn't
will
gonna be your
not
next
be
Breath of the
the next
Wild where everybody
Windwalker or
plays.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I think it's a fun game. I think it has potential, and I'm glad
definitely
to
a
see
Switch
that
game for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that they're taking some creative risks like they do with the Mario
For
games,
sure, yeah.
because they usually succeed very much in those. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mario and Luigi, that's the one I'm most excited about out of
Mario
this
and
whole
It
thing.
did look pretty dope, yeah.
The Mario and Luigi RPGs were some of my favorites. Superstar Saga, probably my favorite mobile like handheld video game ever.
I also like the
Ever.
graphics. I like the graphics on this new one as well. Just from the little bit of video that we had, I think it looks more like an anime than anything. Like
Yeah, it's got an interesting
very
graphic style
reminiscent.
to it, but if you've never played the Mario and Luigi games like Superstar Sagas or Partners
Yeah.
in Time or anything like that, they are phenomenal.
Yeah,
So I'm really excited to see how they do this one.
This is action based. This is not turn based, right?
It is turn based.
Oh, it is nice. Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
that's because
Yep. No, it is a full RPG, and it kind of, you ever play what's fuck? I should have thought of this ahead of time. It's got the RPG elements where you're like, to do your combos properly, there are button prompts and quick time events within your attacks to increase the damage, or if you whiff on something, it fumbles the attack.
yeah. Well, Mario RPG had like the regular.
Yeah, but
ones
this
don't.
is like very in depth with how like the super moves and stuff, like the duo attacks, that kind of thing.
No, we just saw one with the hammer. It's like
Oh, that's cool. No, I mean I like it. I mean, yeah, dude, Mario RPG is actually, a lot of people don't play it because it's Mario and they're like, Mario RPG, dude, it's a phenomenal RPG. Like,
Yeah,
it is a.
these take the Mario RPG mechanics and turn them up to 11.
Yeah.
They're phenomenal games, and I'm really
I didn't get to see
hoping
any of
that
this, so I'm experiencing it for the first time.
No, it's gonna be great. I have very high hopes for this one.
yeah, I will say that like big show out for Nintendo on this one. I was not expecting this many announcements from them as well. Like I think they did a really good job with it.
Do you also
Yeah.
think that it's a little shocker that we didn't get anything Switch 2 related? Like nothing. Like we got zilch.
I think the Switch 2 stuff's been heavy rumors and
Yeah.
nothing else. I don't think there's any substance to it, and this just kind of goes and proves that there's not really any substance to it. So
nobody excited about Mario Party Jamboree?
I fucking hate Mario Party. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. That is like one of my least favorite franchises of all time, is the Mario Party franchise, and I have a very specific reason for hating it, and it's an asshole-ish reason. I hate that the game caters to the fucking loser.
Okay, can the internet flame
game.
Bill this time?
I
Like,
understand it's a kid game. I understand that they're wanting little Jimmy to have a good time with
How
the family.
dare they cater the child?
He's not nearly as good at video games as what I would be, but he needs to have a life lesson that video games aren't fair. He needs to learn to take an L, okay?
Man, go,
I'm
go
just
back,
saying. I'm
go
just
back to
saying.
your fucking Souls like. Let us like have a little bit
Oh,
of fun
shit.
with this game.
There's no fun in losing when you do everything perfect. You played an amazing game. You had those mini games down perfect. Your dice rolls, you had the RNG on your side. Everything worked out. And then in the very end, they give Lil Jimmy 3 fucking stars for walking the least, losing the most mini games, and participating.
I feel like
Fuck
this is
Mario Party, dude.
I feel like this is very like very raw. Like who hurt you, Bill? Like who,
Mario
which
did.
one of
Mario.
your nephews or niece hurt you in this way?
Oh
Nah.
man,
I really don't like
Oh,
Mario
shit.
Party. Real talk though. This is all real.
That's
I am like,
fucking
dude,
hilarious.
me and my family have had some of the best family nights playing Mario Party, you know, together and having a good time and whatever else. So I mean, I'm excited. I'm also excited about that it has internet access. You know, even though I can't even tell you the last time I even fucking turned on my Switch to play something, you know, or online related. But I don't know. I mean, you know,
For the
hey,
people that like Mario Party, I'm happy
yeah,
for you though.
yeah.
I understand that these games are extremely popular. And I think the thing that upsets me the most is I genuinely have a ton of fun with the mini games. Like they get really creative
They are
with
really
a
good
lot of the
mini
mini
games.
games. I
Yeah.
just hate fucking being cheated.
God dang.
Uh,
Metroid Prime 4, was this a good showing?
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh, 100%. It's Metroid Prime. Like, of course.
I mean,
People have been wanting their first person shooter Metroid back for a very long time. And again, it surprises me we got this before we got Silksong.
Is this gonna is this in the mature fucking section for Nintendo? Did you guys see that?
I mean,
was
yeah.
it? I didn't see that.
No, it's gonna be T for teen.
No,
just like all the other.
I'm making a joke, a stab, because
okay.
Nintendo is a
Baby
platform for. I didn't say that. Nintendo is a platform for. I've inflamed enough
porn.
people already. For kids. No.
Since keeping his nose clean, bro. Recently,
Nintendo
like...
is a platform that is notoriously not heavy on mature titles, and they launched
Unless it's hentai games.
Are there a lot of hentai games on?
There's
the
a
Switch?
ton of hentai games on the. It's in the.
How do you know, Bill?
Because I own a Switch and I go to the marketplace, and if you go into the fucking like sort cheapest to most expensive, the cheap section is flooded.
Enigma.
With...
I have to check this out. I have to check this out.
Pay attention up here. You got a show to finish, fucker.
Anyway, continue.
No, well, because they made they brought back Perfect Dark multiplayer. They brought back Turok, and they put it under a mature fucking title.
That guy right there, the dude that came up. People have been wanting him as the main protagonist since Metroid Prime Hunters on the DS, and by people I mean me. He's so cool. Silux, he's a fucking badass dude. And they teased him in Metroid Prime Hunters, like, because at the end of that game you fly off in your ship and stuff, and then his ship kind of sneaks up into the frame and then zips after you. So I'm glad they're making good on it.
So all of these are
I don't know, man. I think it looks really good, man. I think it's a good showing for them, especially when they for a platform that's not really known for like shooters too. I think it looks pretty competent, honestly.
Well, again, I mean, they like I said, but they've they relaunched Turok 2 or Turok. They launched the multiplayer for Perfect Dark. They're bringing in some of that shooter stuff. I wonder. It's making me wonder, like, what are they setting up for the Switch 2? And I do wonder, because they did say, like, I'm pretty sure Switch 2 is like, I thought Nintendo said they were talking about, like, you wouldn't see
never
it
been confirmed by Nintendo.
Yeah,
they've never said
confirmed. That was all rumors. Yeah,
they have given a date, like they have said that it's a ways out, but I don't think Nintendo has ever actually.
I don't think they ever gave a solid date, did they? Nintendo's
they've never given a date.
Yeah.
No.
I don't even think they've given a year. All those 2025 were just rumors. It was all, nothing's been confirmed ever. So
all right.
This one looked good. I also really I was kind of one of the ones that I wanted to point out was which one was it? Where was it? It was the oh fuck. Not Dragon's Quest. Dragon's Quest looked really good. Farmagia. Did you see that?
No. What I saw it on here. I did not
Far,
see what
yeah,
this
Far,
is.
Farmagia. So this reminds me. So you know how people were giving Pal World so much shit? They were just
Mhm.
like, "How dare you fucking even come close to Pokemon, you pieces of shit! How dare you?" No, and shit like that. Like I get it. This is Nintendo, but this is literally Stardew Valley with Pokemon. Like, like
Well, I mean, to be
it
fair,
looks
the
very close.
whatever you call these things in here, the monsters, they're not like almost direct rips of fucking
No,
Pokemon.
I'm not saying that they're not, but I'm just saying like the amount of people that are like, "How dare you try and rip off Pokemon?" and then Nintendo does it to themselves. Like I mean, it just cracks me up, man. I don't know. This did
Are
look
they
really cool though.
growing monsters?
Yeah, yeah.
Did a
You
fox just
grow,
jump out of that
yeah,
fucking
you
corn?
grow them out of corn and shit.
Huh.
I
Okay.
thought it looked kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought it looked interesting. I was like, this looks pretty fucking cool. Like you can like grow like a small army and just take on like bigger monsters and shit. But yeah, it just cracked me up because I just remember back, going back when Pal World first released and everybody was like, "How dare you fucking even come close to Pokemon? You gigantic piece of shit! Oh, I can't even take." And now Pokemon's doing this, sullying the fucking sullying Pokemon like crazy. But yeah, I
Okay.
thought it looked pretty cool.
What is this? Fantasian Neo Dimension? Was this just like an
Square Enix game.
Yeah,
It's
I
it's
didn't
a
watch
weird
that
one. It's a weird one. I almost thought it was like some near spin-off game because the main character
Mhm.
looks like
It does look very
very
similar.
near.
Yeah,
But it's just Square Enix doing Square Enix things. I'm hoping that it's good. Um,
I'm assuming
this is a
turn-based.
top-down one, right? This is a top-down one, right? Yeah,
I
I
believe
think it is
so.
turn-based. Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah. So
Hmm.
has potential. New franchise and stuff like that. Maybe this
Do we
will
get
be
any
something that
combat?
kind
There we
of
go.
goes along with.
Yeah, you should get combat later on. Right there.
There it is. Yeah.
Dude, I'm a sucker for
It,
turn-based combat, man.
it looks good. It looks really good, and I think it's going to appeal to people more so graphically than what like Octopath did. I think Octopath's graphic style, while being a boon to some, was a hindrance to others. I also like how it's almost like one of those like arcade like ball shooter games where you like aim your attacks on like an arch and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm that's cool. I
Yeah.
hope it comes out to
But I thought it was I could have sworn it
PC.
was a near game at
Yeah.
first.
I hope it's a PC, comes out on PC. That's but I don't know. They don't really do, well, Square does. Nintendo doesn't. Nintendo doesn't bring their games to PC. But Square.
I think they also didn't they announce Funko Fusion?
Well, they
coming
didn't.
to-
They
coming
showed
to-
they showed more. Yeah, they said it's coming to Switch.
Yeah.
So there. All right.
Thank you for checking out the patch notes. If you enjoyed this small selection from our podcast, come join us every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the full unfiltered pre-patch podcast. And check out our past shows on anchor.fm/prepatch podcast.